Hi there. Today I'm going to talk about natural tuned harmonicas. So I have here a Lee Oskar E minor natural tuned harmonica. It's pretty cool. So when you draw on it down the low end, you're in E minor. I wasn't playing any bends then, and if you just draw on the reeds, you get a chord, E minor chord. There's a lot more you can do with these, and I'm going to get into this harmonica in detail. I'm actually going to make 2 videos about this. But before I get into it, I just want to tell you a little story. This is a harmonica that's been with me for over 25 years, and I used to play a lot of alternative tunings back in those days, back in the 90s. I had commercially available tunings like this one. This was actually the first alternative tuning I think I ever owned, and I also had all these alternative tunings that I'd made myself. So I had all these weird and wonderful sounds I was producing. I was going around town in my area with this bag of harmonicas, and I'd pull out these alternative tunings and people would think it was really amazing. And I was being quite flashy on it. And at some point I had what I'd call a crisis of confidence. And looking back on it now, I think I was shifting from a less mature phase in my musicianship to a more mature phase. I think we're always evolving as musicians, and yeah, this was a very different period that I moved into with this crisis of confidence, and yeah, I started just thinking I was just playing too flashy and not really concentrating on the basics of playing. So I just gave up all the alternative tunings that I had, apart from 2. And that was the Paddy Richter tuning and the country tuning. I've mentioned them before in previous videos. So I just concentrated on the basics. I just limited myself. So I wasn't going out doing all this flashy stuff. And I really didn't pick up these harmonicas again. Not seriously playing them, you know, going out. And the other day I was looking through some boxes and I come across this harmonica and I started playing it again. And I think now I can approach it with a fresh perspective, so I'm really enjoying it. So I just thought I'd make some videos just to sort of show you what I'm discovering or rediscovering on this harmonica. I'm going to talk a lot about modes and positions. So if you're not sure what I'm talking about, I made a video recently about that, so you can check it out here. You might want to do that before going further with this video. So the E minor natural tuning is related to a G blues harp. You've got all the same notes, but they're just arranged in a different order. So you get the same modes that you'll get on your G harp, but now they're in different positions, like the E minor, which is your Aeolian mode, your natural minor mode. It's a 4th position on a G harmonica, becomes 2nd position on the natural minor tuning. So you can just approach tunes in a different way. In this case, it's been designed so you just get all that sweet spot you get at the low end and all those bends and stuff in E minor. So you get this nice jazzy, bluesy kind of sound out of it. Here's the scale. So that starts on 6th blow. key of D then. On your G harmonica, most people probably play in the key of D. You're in second position there and you're just in blues heaven. On this, you're no longer in second position. That's the E minor narrow second position. Your D becomes 12th position. Not so good for blues, I think, because at the low end you just got to do all these bends to try and get your root notes and all the notes that are in the scale, and yeah, it's just not as good for blues. I'm not sure if I'll use this much for playing in that Mixolydian mode, which is what second position is on a standard harmonica. Possibly, I might use it as an alternative way to play some of the Mixolydian folk tunes. I'm not sure yet, but I'll show you here. Here's the scale. So here's a bit of the Redhead Boy. So I don't know, just the position it's in, I might be able to play around with that and, you know, get variations of the tune on it. I haven't really played with this enough, but there are other modes that you can play on this harmonica that are just fantastic, really fun to play, and I'm going to go over them in my next video, so look out for that. It's coming out soon. See you soon.